Welcome to Faithelicious and friends. Thank you so much for being here once again. My name is Faith, but I would prefer you called me Faithelicious. Glad to be here. Now, please don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button and also the little bell, the little notification on the side. Don't forget to hit that also. Now, we're going to be talking about something quite interesting. If you missed the previous video we talked a lot about perfectionism, and then the word procrastination was also mentioned a lot. But we're going to be looking at that today. We're going to be looking at reasons most of us will procrastinate today until it's too late. What are the reasons? I've always believed that, it's important to understand the why. When something happens, if you understand the why, you're able to tackle whatever that thing is. So we're going to be tearing down, slicing and dicing some of those reasons today here on Faithelicious and Friends. So don't move a muscle. We'll be right back after this.
This was done in partnership with Jude Angu, who shot and graded this episode.
Reasons why most of us will procrastinate today until it is too late. Now, there's this widespread misalignment between what we do and what we deem meaningful or what we deem enjoyable. There was a survey that was done among some students. A bunch of them spent time with family and a bunch of them spent time on social media. Now, in the survey, we found out that more of these students spent more time on social media. Mindless, endless hours on social media. But when asked, what it is they enjoyed, when asked what it is they, enjoyed and treasured more, most of them said time with family. And it's very funny that they spend more time on social media, but enjoyed the family time even more. What really happened is an error in our decision-making process. To avoid discomfort in the present, we have literally conditioned ourselves to subconsciously avoid the present moment. So many of us are stuck in thinking about the past or wondering about the future and not spending enough time in right now. So we're physically in a place, but mentally we're somewhere else. So why? And that is why I want to remind us of some common reasons why we procrastinate and give some keys to getting back on track with what matters, okay? So if you understand the why, you know how to tackle it. Right? So what are some of these reasons why we procrastinate? Let me start with this one. Number one, we use too busy as an excuse for poor time management. There's a big difference between being busy and being productive. Don't confuse motion with progress. For example, a rocking horse keeps moving. He keeps moving, but it never makes any forward progress movement. It doesn't move from where it is. So basically what I'm saying is don't be a rocking horse. At times you have to, learn to say no from time to time, because a lot of people just yes, and then you do those things half-heartedly. So basically, if you want to be less busy but more successful, don't ask how to make something more efficient until you have first asked yourself, do I need to do this at all? Don't ask yourself how to make something more efficient until you first ask, do I need to do this at all? You can't always be agreeable. That's how people take advantage of some of us, okay? So sometimes you have to set clear boundaries, and it comes back to the being too busy. Some of us are too busy because we haven't learned to say the shortest sentence in the world, no. You don't have to say yes every time. Now, the second reason why some of us will procrastinate today, is talking about it is much easier than doing it. Oh, please, you know that you fall in that category. Don't even, try to argue it. When all is said and done, will you have said more than you have done? Let me say that question again. When all is said and done, would you have said more than you have done? Okay? Remember that the last 6 letters in the word attraction is action. So you have to back up whatever it is you're doing with action. I always say there's magic in the first step. A lot of times when we're starting a project, we don't feel like doing it. But while you start, once you take that first step, everything else falls into place. That is the most important thing. You cannot lift 1,000 kg all at once, but you can lift 1 kg 1,000 times. So in repetition, your little actions give you great power. Okay, what was the second reason? You remember talking about it is so much easier than doing it. We spend so much time inactive, talking about what we want to do, what we desire to do, but never end up doing it. I'll just add this here, sort of like a prayer for you. May your actions speak louder than your words. May your life preach louder than your lips. So find action. And again, remind yourself there's magic in the first step. So let me just get it started. Just get it started. Okay? The third reason why you most likely would procrastinate, and I think is one of the major reasons, is that we prioritize near-term comfort over long-term fulfillment. Think about the most common problem we deal with in our lives, from laziness to lack of exercise to, unhealthy diets, procrastination, so on and so forth. In most cases, problems like these are not caused, they're not caused by a physical ailment, but by weakness of mind, a weakness that urges us to avoid discomfort. We do not want to leave our comfort zone. Don't move me away from there. Most of us, we dream about the reward without the risk. We dream about the shine without the grind. But we can't have a destination without the journey. Basically, what I'm trying to say is step out of your comfort zone. I'm sure you've heard that phrase that success is not found in the comfort zone. Success begins at the end of your comfort zone. So step out of your comfort zone and just basically move, make a move. If you want something in life, you have to always want the cost of getting it. I know not all of us want the cost of getting these things. We just want to, get the reward without doing the work. But we know that in life, it doesn't work that way. If you really want it, go all the way. If you really want something, go all the way. There's no better feeling in the world. There's no better feeling than being alive. I am not immune to what I'm talking about. In fact, I'm not immune to any of the points mentioned earlier. None of us are. And just like every other human being, sometimes we let procrastination and busyness get the best of us. We let distraction get in the way of our priorities. And it takes practice to just realize this, and then even more practice to get back on the track. So I would say gradually learn to pay more attention to the beauty and practicality of living a simpler life. In fact, you know what? Simplify your life. One of the things I learned about when it comes to procrastination is if you wake up in the morning and you're already asking yourself, what do I have to do today? That act alone already guarantees that most of those things you're going to procrastinate. So how about this? Plan what you want to do maybe the night before, not when you wake up in the morning. Because when you wake up in the morning and you're asking, what do I have to do today? Half of those things, if not more than half, won't be done because you're going to tell yourself, I'll do it later. So basically, what I'm trying to say is understand why you're procrastinating. Understand which of these reasons you fall into. And when you understand it, you can better, work on procrastination. But of everything I've said, one thing I will say you should take to the bank is there is magic in the first step. You can deal with procrastination once you start. Once you start, you knock off whatever reason it is that you have to procrastinate in the first place. Think about this. When you're going up the flight of stairs, do you sit down and calculate how many stairs is it? How long is this step? No. You take the first step and then the next and then the next, and then you continue till you get to the very top. That's the same thing I'm asking you to do with procrastination right now. So now that you know the reason, are you still going to procrastinate? What are you going to do about it? Let's talk about this, okay? Have you overcome procrastination in your life, or is it something you're still dealing with? Let's talk about it in the comment section, okay? Hit me up on the comment section, but also don't forget to subscribe. I want to hear those subscriptions, and also the thumbs up button if you liked this, okay? Share with someone who you think this would be beneficial to. But before I say goodbye, I must say this. It's not a one-off, right? If you have been a perpetual procrastinator and you start working on it, there will be times where you will fall back to procrastination. Don't give up. Start again. Keep getting up. They say fall down 7 times, get up 8. Get up more times than you fall, and eventually you will succeed. Well, that's all I can take right now. Thank you so much for being a part of Faithelicious and Friends, and I look forward to seeing you again. Now, remember, you can be part of the program. What is it that you would like us to talk about? Is there anything you think needs more discussion? Hit me up on the comment section, or better yet, you can send me an email that is mandy.skyblue@gmail.com. Very, very simple. mandy.skyblue@gmail.com. You can send me an email and then we can begin the discussion. And not just talking about it. If you want to be on the program, we can arrange that too, right? It's possible. So let's, hear from you, okay? Until next time, I will say stay cool and keep it real. That's all we can take. Bye-bye.